It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas. It's Friday, December 29th. It's the 29th of December, 2017, 7 a.m. on this last Friday, the last weekend, coming up on the last day. I mean, it's just, we'll have to cue up the Rolling Stones. Baby, it's all over now. It's all over now, you know, I'll tell you what. So, rolling into the last few days of 2017, and got any New Year's resolutions?
I never keep them, doesn't matter. I can set whatever resolution I want, but it ain't gonna hold. I got a few I'm gonna try to work on this
Yeah, what
year,
are they?
I know I'm gonna try to lose some weight, believe it or not.
Yeah. That's the old time favorite, Jerry. He ain't gonna try to.
I have no resolutions. My deal is I'll party for New Year's Eve, and then at midnight, going into the new year, I'm as low down as I can get. So everything from there just goes up. Yeah.
Jerry, you're partying on New Year's Eve? Who wakes you up from your nap for the ball to drop?
Well, that's it. I get up about 11:45
I
start partying. 12 o'clock, I'm out, buddy.
12:01, like it's a 16-minute party.
Right.
Save me a bottle of water, will you?
And people, I don't know if you guys are the same, but your friends and stuff, they call you right after the ball drops. Hey, Happy New Year, blah, blah, blah. And they expect that you're going to be up and celebrating and party. My partying days are over. I mean,
I never was much. I mean, people could, you do what you want. New York City, go wild, have some fun. But I don't get a big thrill out of changing my calendar from December to January. I mean, it's all, it's just, so we got 2018. I mean, hate to be a fuddy-duddy about it, but I mean.
People look at it different, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
You talk to a lot of people, it's like the start of a new year.
Start of a new year, new stuff.
Of a new stuff, yeah. Look at, a lot of people look over their lives and say, hey, I want to do things better this year this way or that way or whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a fresh start to a lot of people. It really is.
That's why it's called New Year.
New Year.
Exactly.
Yeah. Plus the fact the numbers change, so that makes it a little bit new too.
Close it out with Christmas and
start it out with a new year.
Everything you do in between is your year.
You betcha. Well, the new year's going to bring us more Brewed Awakening coffee, and you can start the new year off right by visiting them next week or even today. They've got 3 locations, as you heard Jacqueline say in the introduction. Balmer Boulevard, BRNC lobby, the Walmart East Plaza, as we call it. They're out by Anytime Fitness.
Or right here.
Stop by, have a cup of coffee with us sometime.
Yeah. Just stop in.
Coffee mugs are all sterilized and nice, and
there you
ready to go.
Ready to go.
So,
you want some stout coffee? Come by here.
You drink my coffee after about
Dale
2 cups. You have to shave your nose. I mean. So it goes. 2018 around the corner. Where did time go?
It went by quick, didn't it?
Just zip, for some reason, to me, it just seems like when school starts in August, then they stop for Labor Day, and then by the time you get the Thanksgiving break, it accelerates towards Christmas. And I know, Christmas Day has 24 hours in it, just like every other day on the calendar. And, a lot of people, you talk about some people get the Christmas depression. I was visiting with a friend, and he pointed out, he says, think about this. What do you do on July 4th? You get the barbecue grill heated up. You cook burgers, steaks, hot dogs, whatever. You have 10 to 15 people stop by. They bring Coke, some chips, and everything else, and you have some fun. Picnic lasts for 3 or 4 hours, go watch some fireworks. But on Christmas, Aunt Mabel wants us here, Uncle Joe wants us here, Grandma wants us here, Mom and Dad want us here. So you've got 18 places to stop, and they've got a full-fledged meal that'll feed 40 people. He says, you can't eat that much food and you can't visit that much fun. You want to see me at Christmas? Here's where I live. Come see me. We try cramming so much into one day and think, well, I just didn't get to see it,
I can see that.
I've backed off a little bit,
I can see that. With my parents being here local now and, You know, it's made life a lot easier
Oh, yeah.
when it comes to Christmas. You know, we've got my brother that lives in Memphis, so
Yeah.
it's a little bit of travel for him and stuff going on. But it's eased up for us a lot.
Yep.
And I'm kind of the same way. You want to see me, you come see me.
Yeah.
Well, have
So-
a party at my house, the more the merrier.
So it is what it is. Right?
Pretty much.
You bet.
I enjoy all my holidays.
Oh, I do too.
I
Yeah.
put Kwanzaa in there. I don't care. You name a holiday, I'm there.
He's just happy holidays. Most holidays have food.
Oh,
That's right.
Yeah, that's you got Jerry.
Did you see the size of turnip greens he had yesterday at the restaurant with his breakfast?
That was a double order
That's normal.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
for breakfast.
For breakfast.
Yeah.
The morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas. We'll be getting the logo and more information after January 2nd, and we're very proud that the Roller Funeral Home family is coming on board with us. Let's pause now for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, the next time I sit at this desk to do a live show will be in 2018, so let me tell you a few of my ideas for the new year. First, Lord, I pray you help us stop the violence. We've had shootings in Dallas, Las Vegas, Chicago, and a small church in Texas, and then domestic violence. It all has to stop. Next, Lord, is the blame game. Who did what and when in Washington? Lord, if the law is broken, prosecute. And lastly, Lord, stop fake news. Journalists have a responsibility to report the truth and not to make up lies. But most of all, Lord, in 2018, let us be more aware of what Jesus Christ has done for us. And that's my prayer today. Amen.
Amen.
Morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas. Very proud to have that sponsorship come on board, and we'll be getting more and more from the Roller Funeral Home folks and let them know more about it.
Yep.
Weather. Baby, it's cold outside.
Wasn't too bad this morning.
Actually, it was, 19 degrees when I left this
I'm
morning?
showing 20
and
right now.
That's probably about right. But
Yeah.
it was 11 when I left yesterday morning.
yeah.
So
Brutal.
We're on a heat wave.
Brutal. Local weather brought to you by your local hometown Sears store. I love Sears. It's in my blood. I used to unload catalogs for off of the truck. Wow, those are some fun days. Not. No, I love Sears. It's a lot of fun. A lot of history at Sears. Craftsman Tools, Kenmore Appliances, Whirlpool. They got it all.
They've been around forever, and I love their tools like the ratchets, stuff like that. If something goes wrong with them, you just take it up. Say, hey, my ratchet's broke. Here's your new one. See ya. I love that.
Even files to sharpen with, or top grade, their saw blades, for woodworking. Drill bits. I need to go downstairs and get some drill bits. My goodness. They've got this kit. Now I can say what I got Caleb for Christmas. I don't know, 50, 60, 70 pieces, drill bits, all kinds of stuff. It's got the hex attachments and everything. Top notch, great price on it. He was thrilled. Can't beat it.
Awesome.
Your hometown Sears store supports your local community and your local folks here through Sears, and very proud to have Sears part of the XL7 TV family here. We got 20 degrees in Mountain Home. We got 19 at Harrison, 23 at Hardy along the beautiful Spring River. It's 18 in Mountain View, 16 in Yellville. It's 18 at Marshall. We've got 20 degrees showing up at Calico Rock. Boy, but don't you know the White River's pretty right there at that bridge today?
Oh, it's got to be.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
Wow. Poplar Bluff, Missouri on US 67 highway. It's at 28 degrees. US 65 in Branson, 19 degrees, 160 at 63. West Plains, Missouri at 17 degrees as we check the temperatures along the region. I want to double check this. Before you hit that scooter, I'm going to refresh this. Okay, here we go. Here's what we've got. This is along that cold front on the radar. As you can see on the radar here, we've got precip. I can't say if it's snow or rain or what it may be, but coming into the western part of Washington. Stretches across the northern part of Idaho through Montana, Wyoming, the Dakotas. It stretches back into southwest Minnesota, kind of catty corners into Iowa a bit, into northeast Missouri, and maybe even a little bit of wisp of that stuff in the Quad Cities in Illinois.
now they were saying earlier in the week they were showing chances of us getting something.
Well,
over-
let me back up and I'll show that screen
Okay.
here. Let's see here.
I think it was Sunday and Monday is what they were originally calling, but
Let me see if I can pull this up and we'll get it on the. Here's basically what we have. I'll give Scooter a minute
yeah,
to get this
I got
on.
it up.
Okay, as you can see on this little graphic here, provided by Weather Nation TV, we have, you can see up here the northwest part of the country, how that airflow is bringing that moisture in off of the northern Pacific. And they said that I watched Ron Hurst last night on Channel 3. You go north up into Canada, and you're gonna freeze your ice cubes up there. It's cold. It's like minus 30.
You don't have to go to Canada. You can get it right in Minnesota, I believe.
Well,
Yankee land.
You can say Minnesota's going to be cold, but the farther north, he was saying it's just bitter cold. You know, you get it way up into, you go 400 or 500 miles up to Canada, but you can see this graphic right here, how it's bringing this moisture across from Washington State, across the Dakotas, across Iowa, northern Missouri. Man, it's going right across Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Virginia, West Virginia, like that. So
I think it's minus 30 going to be in Minnesota.
Yep, man.
I've been up in Minnesota one time, and it was like negative 30. They had a record for that day on a minus, and they're nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are they fish out on the lake. They drive their vehicle out on the lake, and they pull these little chamois things. I think they call them little shacks. They'll pull them out onto the lake, and then they build this little fire and go to fishing. And they think we're crazy down here in the South, but I know what happens when fire meets ice. It's going to melt the ice, you would think. But they sit there with this little fire and they fish, and they're just you start getting into negative 30 degrees, and once you hit negative, it doesn't matter what negative what. I don't know what you're thinking living there.
I was in Minneapolis on the last day of spring, first day of summer. And so it's like 15 till 10. Of course, down here in Arkansas, on the last day of spring, first day of summer, it's basically dark at 10 till 10. So I'm coming out of the Hilton Hotel. My hotel was over at the Doubletree, so I had to walk about 6 blocks over Minneapolis. And I looked outside, it's just broad daylight, and I thought it was later than this. So I looked at my clock. It was like 10 till 10 at night. Wait a minute, dude. You're this far north.
I drove up there with a big diesel truck, and I was smart. I knew I need to stop and get winter diesel because it's got additives in it, keeps it from freezing.
Yeah.
So I get to his house, and next morning I go to start my truck, and it's frozen. It won't start. I had to call a wrecker to come pick up my truck, and he called me back, well, your truck's frozen. I'm like, well, I got winter diesel. No, when it gets this cold, you got to get Arctic diesel.
Ooh.
I'm like, you are kidding me. So they had to thaw my truck out and add all these additives. So
my goodness.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Not me.
Well, let's see, before we go to break, just want to recap yesterday's show. It was a lot of fun to have the Chief Justice of the Arkansas Supreme Court and the Associate Justice, Sean Womack. I got a text from Justice Rhonda Wood. Why wasn't I invited? I said, well, it's cold and you live twice as far as everybody. So her associate, Julie Phelps, says, you're just saving the best justice for later, for a whole show. So we're going to invite Rhonda Wood up here sometime, have her on from the Supreme Court.
Awesome.
But
awesome.
Had a lot of positive comments about having Supreme Court. And once again, I want to thank Mountain Home Police Department for providing security. When you put it on Facebook, you got people like that coming in. You don't know who's going to come in out of the woodwork. I mean, who would have thought what happened at church in Texas, where 26 of the 50 members were killed down there. So I don't want anything bad to happen here, Mountain Home, but took the precaution. But thank you, Mountain Home Police Department, for providing security yesterday. And thank you for the nice breakfast with the
You bet.
Supreme
I had a lot
Court.
of fun with them. They're great to sit down and talk to.
I asked the Chief Justice, I said, if you wrote a book, would it be serious or would it wind up funny? He said, it'd be funny.
Yeah. If you only knew the stories.
Oh my goodness.
It's got to be amazing.
But when you look, we've got 3 justices, one from Conway, one from Mountain Home, and one from Mountain View. You've got your small local communities represented on the Arkansas Supreme Court.
I think that's awesome. I mean, that's really a good thing.
And so, anyway, we need to take a break, 7:14 on this last Friday.
You got any PSAs or anything, Jerry?
There's nothing going on. Have fun on New Year's. I mean, there's plenty of parties around town. You can look them up, but I'm not going into the bar scene and tell everybody where to go. So go to church. A lot of churches are having their New Year's parties.
I see New Year's. Yeah, New Year's Eve is Sunday.
Yep. A lot of churches will be doing something, and if anything, just make sure you
whatever
don't drink and drive.
Be safe. Common sense.
Be safe. there's plenty of people or plenty of businesses that will give you rides. They're offering free rides throughout this whole thing. So, just you want to go out and drink and have a good time, that's fine. Just make sure you got a driver.
So be responsible.
Yeah, be responsible.
It is time for our first commercial break. Mr. Scooter, take us a break.
We'll be right back.
All right.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Your White River getaway starts at Cotter Trout Lodge, where you find convenient, clean, and affordable accommodations right in the heart of Cotter, Arkansas. Take advantage of the Natural State Fly Shop across the road for all your supplies and guided fly fishing needs. Countless delicious homemade menu options await to satisfy your hunger cravings at the White Sands Cafe. Your complete White River getaway is cradled in the east arm of the historic Ruthven Rainbow Bridge at the Cotter Trout Lodge, Natural State Fly Shop, and the White Sands Cafe.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
You've tried medications just cover up the pain, and you've tried dieting to help lose weight. Before you try something drastic like surgery to get rid of the numbness and tingling, why don't you try a better approach to health? Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Osgood, and at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we heal the whole person the natural way.
At Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we take a hands-on approach to chiropractic care, massage therapy, and nutritional counseling. Our 20 years of service has led to successful results.
When I come in to see Dr. Osgood, sometimes after one adjustment, I have immediate relief. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 adjustments.
I recommend Mountain Home Family Chiropractic because it really works and keeps me pain-free.
Mountain Home Family Chiropractic supports the community by donating to Mountain Home Food Basket and the Lions Club. Request an appointment with us today at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic. Excellence for your body and frame alignment.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
And we are back. It's 7:19 on the 29th of December. We're visiting with Noel and Tabby from Home Instead Senior Care. And I would guess that the title says a lot for what you do professionally.
It does. We do. We serve seniors, and we, as I say it, try to make life a little bit easier for them and keep them independent, happy, healthy, and safe in their homes as long as they can be there.
So let's just take it all the way down to, as Hawkeye says, a mash. We'll skip the gristle and get down to the bone. Where do you start when we need Home Instead Senior Care?
Right. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't think about it until they have a dire need, and we get those calls. It's usually from one of the grown children of somebody who really needs help, and they just don't know where to turn. The best way to start is when we can come in and it's not in that dire of a situation where they just need a little extra help around the house, and it could be just some meal preparation for them, light housekeeping, medication reminders, trips to the doctor's office, at Walmart. Walmart's one of our most popular things. And then it can escalate from there as needs grow. We go all the way up to pretty advanced Alzheimer's care, and we work with hospice quite a bit to help support them and what they do. So we can come in anywhere along that journey, but I always encourage people to think about it before you have that dire need.
Is it a long process to get your services?
No, not at all. That's one thing I pride our team on is we're very responsive. So we do whatever we can. If there's a need, if we get the call this morning and they need somebody at noon or tonight, we are scrambling and making mountains move to get somebody out there to get the help they need.
So that big F word, financial.
Yes.
How do you get paid?
The big word nobody wants to talk about, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's also something else that's great to think about before the time comes. A lot of people pay just private pay. They've been blessed to save over the years and are able to do that. We also accept VA payments. The VA has programs that pay for these services, which is great. We have a ton of veterans in our area, as you know, and it's just a terrific program, and we are proud to be part of that too. Medicaid has some programs as well that support that, and then long-term care insurance can also pay for that. We have quite a few that have services that are provided by or paid for by long-term care insurance.
Now, on the side rail of that track, is it expensive or is it reasonable?
It's very reasonable. Especially on the front end. Before you get into that extremely high need situation, it's very reasonable. It can be much more cost effective than other alternatives. Such as assisted living and certainly nursing homes.
Yeah.
So definitely it can be very, very affordable.
And I don't want to get off on the negative, but I've got some friends that talked about a relative went into a nursing home, and of course they're expensive. Some of them $4,000 or $5,000 a month, and the nursing home actually filed and seized the property of the person they were taking care of in lieu of payment.
Yeah.
So health-wise, you can lose it all in 24 hours.
Yeah, and that's a great point, and that it's heartbreaking, right? To see that. Yeah. It's heartbreaking because people have worked all their lives, and you just don't want to see that, in their sunset years. So I highly recommend people long before that time. It may be now I'm pushing 50, but certainly by now. It's great for folks to be thinking about it long term, what your wishes are, and develop a plan and execute on that plan to make it happen. We have some great attorneys, financial planners in town. They specialize in these kind of things, and it just makes a huge difference. You see the ones that have worked with them and have the plans in place. When they do age and have the needs, it just makes a huge difference, and that's one less thing they have to worry about. Because one of the biggest concerns of seniors is, am I going to have enough money? Is it going to last me through to the end? And we just don't want people to have to worry about that.
Wow. Jerry, you're down there pondering.
Listening.
Listening. Here's my thing, and And I see your point on this, because people, you work your whole life to try to set up a retirement so that you can retire, you can enjoy life, and this is one of those steps that you've got to plan for. You don't want to end up working your whole life and go into retirement and then start having issues and then be worried of, how am I going to take care of myself now, when you really should be relaxed and enjoying and letting things happen. And you need a plan for that as much as you need a plan for your retirement.
Good point there.
Absolutely. It's all part of, we think early years, you think college for your kids and try to put a little money in a 401k and stuff, but then's the time to be doing all those things. That's right. But this is just as important. We've seen some great situations and some that aren't so great. But there are programs out there to help folks too. So fortunately, it's rare that we don't see people getting at least some type of service to meet their needs.
Wow, really?
And that's the beauty of it. I mean, once you get past the financial, it's okay. Who at this point is coming into my house and taking care of me?
Exactly.
And that's what this is about. And when I went to y'all's open house, man, your staff and employees are just fantastic. I mean, just outgoing, glad to see you, and that's what it's all about. Whether they can come into your house one day a week or 7, that's beside the point. It's who are you letting in your house.
Yeah, we're in the people business,
right?
Absolutely, and our tagline is, "To us is personal," and that's a big deal, letting someone in your house. And let's face it, a lot of seniors, become more vulnerable as we age and susceptible to wrongdoing, and that's when we pride ourselves greatly on that, getting the right people in with the right hearts. And we do a lot of background work on it, and then we monitor also just on a very regular basis to ensure they're getting the best care, and again, they're kept safe, happy, healthy, all those good things.
And here's one of the things you got to keep in mind too, that if you don't plan for it and start planning for long-term care or long-term whatever, what's going to happen when you get to that point where it's bad, your kids are going to have to figure it out. Instead of you figuring out what you want to do, your kids are going to have to figure something out for you. And that puts another burden on the kids and stuff like that to figure out.
And that opens the door for otherwise good, healthy families with healthy relationships. It just opens the door for some bad things to happen, and we just don't want that. We like to see families coming together, working together for that common cause of helping mom and dad, and not being ripped apart over financial situations or what's best for mom and dad if they hadn't made those pre-plans to determine what they want to do. But guys, if I could, I'd like to talk about something really fun.
Awesome.
Stuff that
all yours
that we've done, and Tabby here has been a big part of it. Home Instead, since 2006, we've had this really fun, neat program called Be a Santa to a Senior.
Really?
And, like it sounds, Santa, it happens around Christmas time. We actually just wrapped it up. And Tabby, can you talk a little bit more about it and kind of what we do and how it impacts seniors?
Well, it's basically a program that helps seniors in our community that have no means for Christmas and they have no family in the area. So we partner with the nonprofits, and we get names of those seniors who need our help, and the local merchants that help with the trees where the ornaments are at, and they can go and pick an ornament, pick a senior, and bring the gift back, and I take them, and and then they're distributed to the seniors. And
so, how many seniors have you served this year?
For almost 500, 485. Mm-hmm. And they all of the names got filled. Everybody got a present this year. So
Wow.
Yeah, it's wonderful. You know, we think these programs, and there's some wonderful programs out there for children, and you know, and our family takes part in those, as a lot of people do, and they're great, and everybody hears about those. But this is one that, you know, we don't think of as often. It's those seniors who, you know, aren't financially able to have Christmas, or you know, there's a lot that just don't have family around.
Yeah, it is.
And so it's very touching. And
So what's the reaction when you knock on the door and tell them what's going on?
They're just shocked, you know.
Really?
They don't understand, you know. Oh, I didn't think I was actually going to get a present, but yeah, they love it. And it's really simple things they ask for. You know, like just hygiene, socks, just simple things.
Really?
Candy, yeah, very simple.
So you envision the children's faces when they get these things. It's really very similar with a lot of these seniors when they get it. It's just a neat time, very rewarding for people, our volunteers who are involved and make it happen. So that's something we're proud to do. Homestead, you know, nationally, Homestead since 2006, there's been like about 2 million gifts given to about 750,000 seniors, and just the volunteer corps during that time. There's like about 65,000 people that work to make all this happen. Wow. So it's impacting a lot of lives, certainly. As Tabby said, so many of the gifts are just basic. That's what they're asking for.
Yeah, just simple.
And but it's really making a difference. And a few tears are shed during the process every time.
I would imagine that. Yeah. We need to take a quick take two. Don't you love it live when we can't retake something? Visiting with Noel and Tabby from Homestead Senior Care. We need to take a quick break. Be right back.
Life is too short to wear boring clothes. Welcome to Shabby to Chic Salon and Boutique, where we carry the latest trends and fashions and accessories at prices anyone can enjoy. Feel beautiful while looking fabulous with a large range of fashions that fits anyone's sense of style. You're sure to discover something unique and new at every visit. Shabby to Chic also features 12 professional stylists, aesthetics by Amy J, a nail technician, and 4 tanning beds. Excite your style at Shabby to Chic Salon and Boutique in Mountain Home.
With a large showroom of over 13,000 square feet, the Furniture Depot is your local choice for quality name brand furniture at prices anyone can afford. They carry a great selection of catnapper recliners, power recliners with lumbar support, and lift chairs. Check out Furniture Depot's variety of living room and dining room sets in various styles and designs. And don't forget about their mattress gallery featuring Serta, Symbol mattresses, and adjustable beds. Family owned and operated, that's Furniture Depot, located in the Ozark Shopping Center in Mountain Home.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant, located on the square in Mountain Home. Coming in 2018, VHF Archery Range, brought to you by DeerHunterFan.com TV and Steadyform. This 10,000 square foot indoor climate-controlled archery range will feature 3D targets, 3D pop-up, and state-of-the-art video shooting. DHF Archery Range will be open to the public and available for all ages. It's a great facility for hunters and archers alike and located in the center of the Ozarks in beautiful Bull Shoals, Arkansas. That's DHF Archery Range, coming in 2018. Keep on the lookout for more details and their grand opening announcement soon.
Hello, I'm Charles Ferguson. Here at Mountain View Chevrolet, we still do business the old-fashioned way with honesty and integrity. And we have a good inventory of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs from large to small. Our service department has all GM certified technicians, and our friendly salespeople are ready and eager to fit a car truck to your needs in a price range you can afford. We also have a lot full of pre-owned cars and trucks, program and new car trade-ins to choose from. So come see us at Mountain View Chevrolet.
Hi, I'm Ricky with Arch Trash Pickup, If anybody needs trash service in the area, please give us a call. Arch Trash Service is veteran owned, and I've been in the local area resident for over 20 years. I'll provide a better service than the other guys and even provide front door service trash pickup for those that aren't able to take their trash to the curb. We'll also pick up almost anything and even provide free recycling. I am Ricky with Arch Trash Pickup, and please give me a call for all your trash service needs.
More than just
It's 7:35 on this December 29th, and we're visiting with Tabby and Noel from Homestead Senior Care. Jerry Hogan here along with Scooter Callis. And so what's available to folks that need your help? What programs? I mean, you got a whole list, or where do you start?
Well, I don't have a list in front of me, but I have it in my brain.
There you go.
So,
super memory.
That's right. We've talked about
Who needs a gig stick?
Yeah, we've talked about a few this morning. Basically, you know, I think of our services as, you know, we just want to help people stay independent as long as possible. We can help with most anything up to but not including medical care is what we do. So you know, we don't give shots to diabetics or things like that, but we can certainly help that diabetic with a good healthy diet, you know, in making good diabetic friendly meals for them and so forth. We can remind them to take their medication and things like that. If the doctor has them wanting to walk, you know, 3 times a day, we can gently encourage them to get out and walk and exercise and follow that plan. But we do that kind of meal preparation, housekeeping, transportation services. We do a lot of personal care as well for those who need it. You know, that can include you know, the bathing, help with bathing, showering, toileting, those kind of things, and you know, all the way up to really advanced care with like Alzheimer's care and those kind of things. And
so there's just a wide array of services that you provide that 99% of us don't know about.
So true. That's so true. And you know, as much as we try to get the word out, it's still one of those things that people tend not to think about until there's a great need in their family. So I appreciate you guys having us on this morning to talk about it, maybe raise that awareness. You know, we've got other things. You know, on break we mentioned our Facebook page. We have really daily new information coming out daily. It's free. Links to some great articles to help support seniors and their families who are dealing with things. So just some things to keep in mind, and you know, we're here locally too. We have office in Mount Home and Harrison. We have a great support team here, and we are just glad to talk to seniors and their families just to help support them.
Where are you located in Harrison?
We're located right by the hospital, on Main Street.
Really?
It's right between the hospital and Sonic.
Yes.
On Main Street. And
then in Mount Home?
In Mount Home, we're at 420 South Main. That is just catty corner to the square, right downtown, just across the street in front of Integrity First Bank.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The old Cedar Grill. For the folks who've been around a long time, it's Old Cedar Grill. It's been renovated since the Cedar Grill's been in there. but it's a neat facility. It's homey and welcoming.
Wow, I forgot all about that.
How big of a radius outside of those areas do you all cover?
Yeah, we actually cover 10 counties in north central Arkansas. So our footprint is quite large. Now there's a lot of rural
you go
areas.
up into Missouri from here, out of Arkansas?
We don't go into Missouri. We'll go to the state line. You know, we do have a number of caregivers that drive in from southern Missouri to care for folks here in Mountain Home and in this area. But we go over to Harrison, basically, and a little bit further west of that, we go over to east of here, Cherokee Village, Hardy, that area.
Pretty good drive.
And then all the way down to Batesville area, Independence
What
County.
about Mountain View, Arkansas?
Yeah, we serve Mountain View. So it just you just take that big chunk out of north central Arkansas, and that's our service area.
Wow.
When he started this conversation, the one thing that triggered me was he mentioned independence. About trying to save somebody's independence, and I think that's the biggest fear as people get older, that's what they're going to lose, because in time you end up losing your driver's license where you can't drive or whatever the case may be, and that I think is the one trigger thing that and a lot of older people that I talk to, being we own the restaurant, we get a lot older crowd that comes in there, and one of the biggest fears is losing their independence. So to see that how you guys are trying to save that and trying to preserve their independence along as giving them a nice healthy living and helping them is got to be a big trigger point for people, because that is one of the biggest fears that I talk to people about, is losing their independence. They're going to be put in some retirement home and be told what to do and have a set routines, and they no longer have that independence. And this is what you guys offer when you come to their house and help them. You're just there to assist them and to make their life better and not take away that independence. And that, to me, was a big trigger point when he brought it up at the beginning of the segment.
Point.
And that's one big obstacle that a lot of seniors have to bringing someone in to help, because their fear is somebody's going to take away their independence. They're going to have them sit on the couch, just sit on the couch, we'll take care of everything. That's not what we do. Yes, we will take care of things, but we want to engage our clients to keep them active. Activity, it helps keep them healthy. Moving keeps them happier. And I even think of I think of a client that we've had in the past years, and she did pass away not too long ago. Alzheimer's client. And one of her passions was cooking. She loved to cook, and especially as her disease progressed, it wasn't a safe situation for her to be cooking, preparing meals and everything. Well, one thing our caregivers did, they knew she loved to cook. They get her in the kitchen, help her, get all the ingredients out, lay them out on the counter. They would engage her in preparing that, stirring, mixing,
meant a lot.
Whatever.
That
and
meant a lot.
So she's still engaged in an activity that she loves, but she's doing so safely. And that's just a great example of what I can think of. Another client of ours, a gentleman, loves to fish, and there's no way he can go out there by himself and fish. But one of our dear caregivers, a senior himself, very healthy, loves what he does, but he takes this guy out fishing, and they just have a great time.
Don't you know, it's a good friendship there.
Oh yeah, it develops into
a couple of things I'm thinking of right here, Noel, is my grandfather. This goes back, let's see, he died in 92, I believe it was, so somewhere around 1988 or 89. It was late night, well, not late night, it's probably 9 o'clock at night, but wintertime, and he went to rub his eye, and he says, well, what do you know about that? And he did this. He says, I can't see out of that eye. And he didn't, and he was still driving. And my grandmother says, well, what do you mean? He says, well, I covered this up. He went to, you know how you just rub stuff out of your eye? He did that, and he couldn't see the television. Well, we need to have that checked. Sure enough, he had a hemorrhage on the retina. So they had to seal it up, but it basically lost that sight, and he couldn't drive. Once he couldn't drive, I mean, that was my grandfather's passion. When he retired, they were driving. They were all over Kingdom Come. That made a big difference there. And I'll tell Scooter and Jerry's heard the story 1,400,000 times, but I'll tell y'all. When I was about, this is early 80s, I ran the Sears garage when they were down on 305 Main Street, where 3rd Street is at Main. And my first appointment of the day was a gentleman with a big Lincoln Continental. He was somewhere around 84, 85 years old, and we were good friends. We teased each other till no end. I mean, Get off your lazy rear end, all right, you know, all this stuff. Got him in, rotated the tires, and we're laughing, joking. It's springtime, nice weather. He's in tennis shoes, athletic shorts, athletic top. They're going to play tennis. They're riding bikes, getting the boat out. Him and his wife had the whole day planned. While he was there, this other guy walked in and put his arm around him and says, "Hello there, young man." I got tickled at him. He said, "What's wrong?" I do them both. I said, "He's got 20 years on you." This guy was 67 years old. But you know what? There's nothing wrong with him. I'm old and retired. And all of a sudden, he was on a cane and all that. There wasn't anything wrong with him. It's just he convinced himself he was old and couldn't do it.
Right.
And that's when the light bulb came on for me. It's mind over matter, folks.
Absolutely.
It's mind over matter.
Absolutely.
Your mind can heal you, or it can make you sick if you let it.
That's exactly right. You know, you want to surround yourself with good people too, right? To help encourage you, not make you feel maybe your age. Because we see folks that are on up in years, like the guy you mentioned. Very, very
active.
Retired
for
healthy.
20 years.
Yeah.
They were boating, playing tennis, you know, riding bikes and hiking. I mean, they were living the life. Yeah. He's 84 going on 85 years old.
Had the right mind, but he stayed physically active also.
But the other guy, well, I'm retired. I can't do anything sitting home with the channel selector.
Right.
To me, that's no life at all. You know?
No, I totally agree with that.
Visiting with Noel and Tabby from Home Instead Senior Care. It's time for another break. This will be the last break.
All right.
Of 2017.
You're right. Didn't think about that.
Don't you love when I tap the counter with my pen?
Oh, yeah. It echoes right through the whole thing. And Jerry's over there beating, and we're going on break.
The VU meters are going nuts.
More than just propane, Reeves Propane provides you full-service propane delivery as well as tank and piping installation. We are your dependable choice, offering the very best in personal service with on-time deliveries and competitive prices. Reeves Propane also sells and installs tankless water heaters and appliances and can even convert your gas cook stove to liquid propane. So no need to fuss and cuss about bad service. Call us at Reeves Propane. We greatly appreciate your business and God bless.
They said, "I'm not ready to move. I'm not ready for such a change. I'm not ready to give up my independence." Then, after receiving a lot of love and encouragement, they moved to the Good Samaritan Society. They said, "I should have done it years ago."
Senior care and services from the Good Samaritan Society.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Your White River Getaway starts at Cotter Trout Lodge, where you find convenient, clean, and affordable accommodations right in the heart of Cotter, Arkansas. Take advantage of the Natural State Fly Shop across the road for all your supplies and guided fly fishing needs. Countless delicious homemade menu options await to satisfy your hunger cravings at the White Sands Cafe. Your complete White River Getaway is cradled in the east arm of the historic Ruthven Rainbow Bridge at the Cotter Trout Lodge, Natural State Fly Shop, and the White Sands Cafe.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
You've tried medications just cover up the pain, and you've tried dieting to help lose weight. Before you try something drastic like surgery to get rid of the numbness and tingling, why don't you try a better approach to health? Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Osgood, and at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we heal the whole person the natural way.
At Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we take a hands-on approach to chiropractic care, massage therapy, and nutritional counseling. Our 20 years of service has led to successful results.
When I come in to see Dr. Osgood, sometimes after one adjustment, I have immediate relief. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 adjustments.
I recommend Mountain Home Family Chiropractic because it really works and keeps me pain-free.
Mountain Home Family Chiropractic supports the community by donating to Mountain Home Food Basket and the Lions Club. Request an appointment with us today at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic. Excellence for your body and frame alignment.
It is 7:50 a.m. on this December 29th, and wrapping up the show for the year. We're going to record later today for January 1st, give everybody a day off on the holiday, and come back on January 2 with another live show.
Brand new year, brand new.
We'll have
ready to
the
go.
county judge here, Mickey Pendergrass, will be here. All right.
Good way to start the season off.
Yeah. We'll have the judge, the mayor, the sheriff, and Dr. Long that week, and looking forward to the new year, what's going on around the county and the city and the schools.
Awesome.
Anyway, Noel and Tabby's here from Home Instead Senior Care, and what have I overlooked so far that we need to cover?
Well, I'd like to talk just about a couple more things.
Sure.
One is, just the time of year we're in, the holidays. We've got a lot of families visiting from out of town, and even for local families, they probably spend a little bit more time during the holidays with senior loved ones, and we just like to make people aware of things. We'd like for them to be more observant of kind of what's going on around the home for them, and just to ensure the safety of those seniors, and things are going well with them. So some things I think about is one, I always think about nutrition, and so as you're around the house and just opening up that fridge, if you notice an empty fridge or a near empty fridge, that's just one of those red flags. If the fridge has a lot of expired food in there, it's a red flag. And sometimes seniors, they might forget to eat. Maybe they just aren't as hungry, and they need to be encouraged to eat. Maybe it could be a financial issue or a fear, maybe an unfounded financial fear also. But that's just one of those key things to look for. Always look for things around the home too that just could pose safety issues, especially if your loved one, maybe they're shuffling a little bit more as they walk. Maybe you notice they're a little more unsteady on their feet, their balance is a little off. So look for things like, throw rugs. Those are bad. Throw rugs are bad. They may look pretty, and they may want them in a certain spot. It matches the furniture, but they're really bad. A lot of accidents happen because of those rugs. Thresholds, between rooms, those can be pretty nasty, cause trips and falls. We don't want our seniors falling at all. We want to avoid that. Sometimes they just have a little trouble toileting, getting up and down. Some of those are simple fixes. Maybe a grab bar next to the toilet. It may be a raised toilet, just so they don't have as far to go. So there's a lot of things like that they can look for. Sometimes they're just you may notice your loved one is, for years they've been, known them as being very tidy around the house, always had that perfect house, but you notice, man, things are pretty messy around here. Things aren't clean, they're cluttered, they're dusty. Just another sign that maybe they're, that they just aren't quite as able to do all the things that they used to do. So, whether it's a neighbor, a friend, or family member, or somebody like Home Instead, that might be a good those all might be good cues that they need a little extra help, just a hand around the house, and just to keep it house safe and make sure they're getting nourished. We don't want them losing weight unless their doctor says they need to lose weight. But so many don't need to lose weight, and just want to keep them healthy.
What's the best way for folks to be in contact with Homestead Senior Care?
A number of ways. Probably the best way is our phone number is 870-425-0700. We also have a toll-free number, 877-425-9071.
And you have the Harrison number handy, or can they call the toll-free? Because we're on the air in Harrison also.
Yeah, call the toll-free. It's the best number to reach us. We do have a local Harrison number, and forgive me, I cannot think of that off the top of my head.
So we can call the 877.
Yes, 877. Any of those numbers will reach our offices. And our website, we've got a great website full of information. It's homeinstead.com.
Very simple.
And just homeinstead.com. And I want to mention a couple other sites that we have too that can be very helpful. We mentioned Alzheimer's. We've got a site, and it's a long name, but it's chock full of information that's helpful to families dealing with that. It's called helpforalzheimersfamilies.com. helpforalzheimersfamilies.com. You might need to Google Alzheimer's, see how to spell that. But it's a wonderful site. It's full of free information, links to things that can help as well, and just a lot of support and encouragement for families dealing with that. And also, I think of family caregivers too. It can be very stressful for families dealing with seniors, especially as they become more and more high needs. And there's a website for that too, specifically for those caregivers. It's called caregiverstress.com, appropriately named, caregiverstress.com. Again, free information, full of help, all kinds of help and encouragement. So I encourage people to go out and visit that.
Wow. Lots of information today, guys.
Now
wow.
they can, I'm going to try to make this short as possible as far as my question goes, but I know it affects a lot of people that you've got a father or mother that's getting to that age where you're doing more for them and you're trying to help them out, and you just know that it's starting to get to that point that it's a little too much. You've got work to do, you're not there 24/7. Can they just come in and sit down with you guys and say, listen, what are my options? Here's where I'm at. Where do I go now? What are my steps now?
Absolutely, we would love to do that. We are the experts, and we actually we invite anyone to come into our offices and sit down and talk with us. We actually love to go to the homes and sit down there just so we can kind of see what's going on, and we can learn so much more about what's going on if we're actually in the home. But yeah, it's totally free of charge, no obligation, no pressure, and sometimes it's just giving suggestions to family members, to help them and encourage them. Maybe our services aren't needed, or maybe we can come in just for a little bit and to begin with and see how that helps. One thing people overlook too is we're not just there for the seniors, but we're there for families.
Yeah.
One thing that we do a lot is respite care. It's giving those family members a break from that intense work of family caregiving.
Visiting with Noel and Tabby from Homestead Senior Care, toll-free 877-425-9071. The final 35 seconds of 2017 January 1st show will be pre-recorded.
Yes.
And we'll be back live on January 2nd. County Judge will be here. We got the County Judge, the Mayor, the Sheriff, and Dr. Long from the Mountain.
We got a great first week of the year.
We got a great first week.
Great lineup and great
if there's something you need on the show, give us a call. Scooter, Jerry, myself, and get in touch with us. We'll get you on down on the corner right here on XL7 TV. Happy New Year, everybody, including
Happy
Jerry.
New Year.
Happy New
Thanks
Year.
for being here. Thank you so much. Scooter, take us home.
All right. We'll
see
be
you
back
on Tuesday.
Yep.
And we're out.